Hey, this is Andrew Brown. In this video, we're going to take a look at DynamoDB. So there's a lot to cover here, but I just want to do a basic introduction to it and get us set up with some basic stuff. So the idea is that what we're first going to want to do is create ourselves a table. And I think the easiest way to do this would probably be to programmatically do it, as they keep changing the CLI here, but it is nice to see that we have a bunch of options. I do know via SAM, you can create a very simple DynamoDB table. So if we go here and we go to the left-hand side, we have an option for simple table. And so this is one way that we could do it. Another way would be to just fully initialize DynamoDB. So maybe we'll start with SAM as a simple example and then move over to the full-blown one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make a new folder here called DynamoDB. And if you don't know, you should go ahead and get set up with some kind of environment, have your AWS CLI installed. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some code that already exists, maybe from this inline Lambda where we're using SAM, because we do have a couple of lines here that we'll want, like this transform line. So go ahead and we'll call this template.yaml. Notice I'm naming it with YML because that's kind of what SAM likes us to do. And we'll go back over to our template here. But well, before we do, let's make a new folder called bin. And I want to bring over these two lines here, the deploy and build. So just go ahead and copy that. And I'm just going to paste this in. Since we're using SAM CLI, make sure you install it. So I have a bin script here called AWS SAM CLI. Okay, I already have it installed, but I'm just running it again as an example. So it works pretty straightforward. I can just open the script up here if you're not familiar with it. I just grabbed this from the documentation and reworked it for my environment. So you should be able to do the same. We're going to go into here. I just want to rename this to be DynamoDB table. Let's say DB table here. And these scripts should work with no issue. We'll go down to template YAML. And, oh, well, by the way, I think I just renamed... yeah, this one, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to change that back, sorry. Because that's not ours. Ours is over here. And so this one's going to be DB table. And so we'll go into our template YAML file. I'm going to go back over to here. We'll look at simple table examples. And we'll grab this one. And that is a very, very simple way of getting this provision. So we'll go ahead and paste this in. And I'll just say simple table. Can we let it auto-generate our name? That would be really nice. If we do not, it will generate our name. Excellent. We don't even need anything. We probably just put table here. Could we? I think we'll have to actually have something. So maybe in this case, I'll actually name the table. No, you know, I'll leave the tags. That's what I'll do. I'll leave the tags. So we'll just have a tag here. We'll just say, hello world, just a junk tag here so we can get this deployed. And I'm going to cd into the DynamoDB directory here. And we'll just chmod u plus x bin everything. Okay, and we'll go ahead and give this a go. So I'll first build this. And then we will go ahead and deploy this. We talked more about the SAM stuff when we do the Lambda. So if you're doing DynamoDB out of order, or if it is in a different order, you'll know more about it later on. We'll cover it more thoroughly there. It failed. It does not like it. Type object must have a type. I mean, we copied and pasted it. So yeah, why is the type not there? That's a little bit funny looking. So this is something we should have in here. So we'll go ahead and do this. And you know what? I don't think we actually have to have anything here. So let's take this out. So I'm just going to take out the rest. We actually don't need any of it. And so we'll build this again, and then we'll attempt to deploy this again. And while that is going, I'm going to go ahead and type in CFN for CloudFormation. And this should create pretty quickly. We have a problem. Let's go take a look here. Is it going to tell us why? Nope. Required key. Oh, because we need to provide our key schema. Okay, that's fair enough. So in here, we'll go down examples. Did they provide us anything here for a schema example? Well, this is the full DynamoDB table. I want this one. And they don't. This is not a good example. It does not provide us enough stuff So it looks like we can specify a primary key and that's it. So that's pretty simple. We'll go ahead and add our properties. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and delete that stack. So go back here and type properties, primary key, an attribute name and type. So if not provided, the primary key will be a string with a value of ID. So, I mean, it seems like we shouldn't have had to provide anything here. Required key schema not found. But it says that we could leave it blank. So, okay. All right, well, we'll just try it again. So we explicitly provided the key this time. It's kind of silly that we have to do that. But we'll go ahead and build this. I'm going to go check the template, just make sure that it actually is using our new stuff. It looks like it is. Excellent. But this is complaining. Still, key schema is missing. So there must be something wrong here still. Properties, table name, tags. All right, give me a second. Oh, you know what it is? I grabbed the wrong one. That's why it's messing up. So we actually have to have this as simple table. That's why it's getting confused. And so I'll go here. I'll just take these out again. Sorry. We'll build this again. And I updated the wrong template, so just be careful about that. We'll try this one more time. Okay, so we'll build this. And then we will go ahead and deploy this. Excellent. We'll go back over to here. We'll refresh it. And I'll go to the change set. We'll click into it. We'll go ahead and execute this change set. Okay, so this is now should work without issue. We'll give it a moment to get ready, okay? All right, so it looks like our table has successfully created here. Let's go take a look. And so I'm going to go over to our DynamoDB. Okay, and so we should go over to tables, and we have our simple table. Pretty straightforward here. And so we can see we have a partition ID key. There is no sort key. It's set on demand by default. It does create those. Oh, it says no active alarms. I don't really like having those default alarms when I'm testing stuff out because I find that gives me trouble down the road here. We can explore our table items, which we currently do not have anything in this table. So let's go ahead and actually insert something into this table. So I'm going to go ahead and look up the AWS CLI DynamoDB commands here. And we'll go over to version 2 here. And in here, there should be something for insertion. So I'm just trying to remember what command it is. It's going to be write. I feel like there's an individual command. Put item. There we go. Put item. That's what I want. Then we'll go down to this example here. And we will go through the whole CLI because that is something that's very important to know, I think, is that. But for now, we just want to have a very simple example. And we'll go ahead and grab those 2 lines as per usual. We're going to go and paste that in here. We'll go grab our DB table name, which is just DB table. And we're going to want to insert some kind of record. So here it says item JSON. I'm just going to go up into here and just type in item JSON. I'm going to assume we can provide anything we want here. It will have to have an ID, of course. So we'll go ahead and just say, and what is that? Is that just an integer or string? What is it? I'm going to assume ID string. Okay, so we'll just say hello. We'll say fruit. And we'll go here and say apple. And so I think it should be as simple as that for that to work. I'm going to chmod this command here. So for our bin put, I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit because we need to have a relative path so that it doesn't mess things up. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy these 2 here. We'll just say item path here. item path. This will just be item JSON. And then we can just go here and say $item path. And we'll go ahead and try this put now. So it doesn't like something, there's something wrong with this. And it's saying for item expected equals instead of end of file. I mean, it looks fine to me. Let me just stare at this for a second. All right. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, we can give it an equals if that's what it really wants here. It doesn't seem like we should have to put that there. Item JSON, enter. Error parsing parameter item. I mean, maybe we could just wrap this in quotations. Will that help it out? Okay, what's your problem? Let's go take a look at item and see exactly what it wants. A map of attributes. Okay, but the example it shows us provides a path to JSON, so we should be able to do it if it's showing this to us. So I'm not exactly sure what it does not like. Could try re-indenting this, I suppose. Though I don't think that's the problem. I'm going to take out these other ones here. Oh, this one's not even printing it now. Okay. I'm just going to try this again. So I'll just copy all this. I actually don't really care about these last two here, to be honest. I just want to do a simple record here. We can talk about those in a later video. We'll go ahead and hit enter here. We'll hit enter. Oh, sorry, we want to actually run the command. There we go. So yeah, I mean, that should work. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Paste. I'm going to wrap this in double quotations. Because, I mean, that's what I think that it wants, that its problem is, right? Okay, let's just read what it says for here. Item. Item required. A map of attributes and key pairs. Okay, well, I'm providing you that. I'm giving what you want, so what's your problem here? We'll try this again. All right, let me see what I can do, okay? Here it's saying, I fixed the issue when I moved the file locally and executed a command with file : : and here they're suggesting that you're supposed to put it in there, but I thought that we had it in there. Oh, we don't. Okay, so that's our problem. Sorry. We'll go ahead and hit enter, and we'll try this again. Getting a little bit better here. So parameter validation failed. So this has to be a very particular format. That's right. Invalid type of parameter ID. So let's go take a look at what that item structure is supposed to be. We have key and then value and then string. Can I just get an example, please? Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. We'll just go ahead and grab that. And we'll go down a line. We'll paste this in. And so this will be as such. There we go. Hello. And then we'll have fruit. And this will be the same story here, okay? This has to be an S. And so I think this is what it wants. We'll go ahead and try this again. Pin put. Resource. Requested resource not found. All right, let's go take a look at our table name is not that, it's this. Silly me. Okay, we'll go ahead and paste that in as such. I'm going to just put it, this as an environment variable up here, DynamoDB or DBB. And then we can just have this here. Okay. And we'll try this again. One or more parameter values were missing, missing the key ID. Okay, so key ID. String. One of our parameter values were missing the key ID in the item. It's right there. Maybe it's case sensitive and it made it lowercase. It's lowercase. Okay. And we'll go ahead and just make this lowercase. We can also make this one lowercase. Honestly, I prefer when these tables have lowercase names. We'll try this again. There we go. We'll go back over to here. We'll give this a refresh. And we'll just explore our item tables. We'll run it. There it is. There's our record. And so I feel like that's a good start to this. But often you're not going to provision tables using simple table. You'll be utilizing the more complex one here. I noticed I didn't actually make a folder here. I'm going to just go ahead and make a new folder here called simple. And then we'll just move the contents into here. Okay. Simple, yep. And bring that there, simple. Great. So we'll go ahead and just tear this down. And then what we'll do next time is actually properly provision a DynamoDB table using CloudFormation. Okay, because this is not sufficient. We'll go ahead and go to CloudFormation here. It really depends on your use case, but most cases you should be fully configuring a DynamoDB table. So we'll see you in the next one, okay? And actually, I'll just wait for this to delete. Just make sure there's not like deletion protection on it or something. So I'll just wait here. All right, there we go. So it's all teared down. So we'll go ahead and just wrap it up there, okay? See you in the next one. Ciao.